Now, last time we left off, we were just doing a little bit of monster hunting. Just a wee bit. And we got one more left to do. If you guys remember, I had the third one I was going to go do, but I didn't want to waste too much of you guys' day watching this video. So, I want to continue where I left off with that third hunt, get back to Hammerhead, and we're going to go to the next town, because after this last hunt, there's literally nothing else to do. So as you can see, welcome back up at the camp.
Yeah, let's.
We'll jump down. We're going to work our way back to where... Oh wait, never mind. Forgot, I didn't do that one yet, I don't think. Hold on. Let's see. Ah, that's the one we was gonna do. Oh, yeah, I was going the right way. I forgot every time if you're doing a side quest and you save the game, you start back up, it goes back to the main quest, making you think, oh, that's where you're at. Wrong-o.
Time to show you what I can really do.
If I only had a guild for every time I said that.
Right.
How should we do this now?
Just do whatever.
How did I miss that one? There's one.
That wasn't so hard.
Bam! I got that extra bonus. Ooh, it gave me 20. I like that. Normally it gives you like 1 or 2 if you complete that little bonus. But not this time. Wow. Oh, no wonder. I'm at stasis. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We got him. We got him. We rock. We dominate. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dominate. Alright, so I can't sprint right now, which stinks. Now, if you guys look at where their names and HP is, you'll see Prompto has a little icon. That's because we had his favorite food. And when a character has their favorite food, they get double what everyone else gets. So right now, Prompto's pretty strong when it comes to the triggers. And when it comes to, I think, resistance to some things, he's got about 75% more than what we got. And every character's got their favorites. But everyone gets, okay, let's see, attack and HP. So we got attack and HP boost. And so resistance. Yeah, I see his resistance. Now, these guys are tough. These are what I call the third tier. Saber-tooths. These guys can get very deadly, very fast.
Oh, hi there, opening.
If there's multiple numbers of them.
Okay.
Now what you see there is pretty much an additional attack you can make with half of these guys. They can, like Gladius, if he's doing his shield attack, he can launch Noctis up in the air, and Noctis comes down pretty hard.
Try this.
So they did a very good job of doing this. That's I don't know why it doesn't get more credibility than it should. I mean, literally, this game needs a lot of credibility. They're literally taking it outside the box. They're making the game still... Sorry, acid reflux. It's still Final Fantasy. It's still very poetic, very story driven. It's still got the magic. It's still, you know, got everything a Final Fantasy game has. The only difference is they took away the turn base. And I think there's a few others that don't have a turn base, which still got more credibility than this game. Like, I literally picked up the Royal Edition of this game for $10. Really? $10 for a game I think's got great character design, great gameplay. I mean, seriously, being able to roam when you fight instead, it's more open world. You get to explore more. There's more darker meaning to the story. I mean, at first, to me, when I first played it, the story was confusing like Final Fantasy VII. And that's what got me more driven into the story. It's because of the fact the story was just good. There's a lot to the story that, unless you've played it through once, you don't understand. I understand the story now once I've played it through. The true secret, everything. So, this game, to me, is fantastic. And the reason why I wanted to play it for you guys is, like I said, whether you like JRPG games or not, you gotta admit, they did a good job with this. The character design, to me, like I said, is fantastic. You can literally see the hair moving on each character.
Guys, we got a little problem over here.
Well, until Final Fantasy VII Remake came out. Then that was different, but... And we're gonna spin you around. Oh, well, they got it for me. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with this. But, like, if they can remake a lot of the Final Fantasies like they did with 7, I see better graphics, better gameplay, better understanding of these characters. Because, like, 7, the thing that blew my mind about 7 was...
Let's do this!
In the open world, the characters look like they were Lego pieces. Like they were blocky. Very, very blocky. And it took me a little bit to try to, like, visualize what they look like until I got on the internet and looked up the character design. Then 8 came out. It's like they went from, you know, that blocky look. When in battle, they look like they should. They look human. They look... The graphics is great for a game that came out in 1997. I mean, 1997, that's when technically Final Fantasy became huge because of Final Fantasy VII. But it's like they had 2 different character designs for when you're not in battle and when you're in battle. Gameplay was still good to me. And the characters were great. I mean, my favorite character from 7 alone, I know a lot of people's gonna sit there and go like, oh, he's not that good. It's actually Red 13. Because that's the first time, besides Final Fantasy 9, I saw a Final Fantasy game with an awkward character. Like, you've got so many characters in there that are human, and then you get Red, who looks like a tiger with a flame that's been mixed with a Charmander. And we got the flaming tail and all that. And when 8 came out, they took away, you know, the hideous looking monsters but 1. So, like, he was like a rare tribe or whatever. And, like, they still have a strange character in each one, I should say. Like Final Fantasy 9, they got the Quans, which they're big tongues.
Yeah, let's do it.
which to me I think is probably one of the best characters in Final Fantasy IX, just because of the whole blue mage tactic. For as long as I've played Final Fantasy, I wasn't big on the whole mages because they're not great physical. Magic powers though, they are phenomenal. And oh man, like I said, acid reflux stinks. I've got to give me some milk.
How's about a bite to eat?
But
If y'all like it, come on
I
back.
like to play with white mages, black mages, you know, they're all great and all. But what drove me to the blue mages was the fact that not only do they have offensive magic, they have curative and protective magic. So they had all types of skills, all types of abilities. They can literally heal you, turn around, protect you, and then turn around and use a special magic that eliminates all enemies. So, we are heading to... Yeah, we're going to do the Errand. The Errand Prince is where we're going. So,
Everything
I'm going to go ahead and let this go. I'm going to go get me some milk to try to combat my acid reflux for a minute, guys. So, while we're on a road trip, which takes like a minute, I'll be right back.
Hammerhead is like no garage ever. You know?
One would expect no less of purveyors to the crown.
I'll miss it once this road trip's over with.
There's no reason you can't pay them a visit anytime you please. I'm sure Cindy will be glad to look after your car. Oh, right.
So, that's what this is about.
If you need, I could always lend you the regalia.
Whoa! Thanks for the offer, but once we're back in the Crown City, I think I better score my own wheels.
Milk. I don't know why. When I drink milk when I have acid reflux, it seems to help better. If anyone else has ever had that problem, let me know.
Might want to stock up on potions and stuff.
Hey, here we are.
Being helpful for a change.
What do you mean for a
This
change?
is one of the outposts that actually has, as you see right behind me there, a diner. So this Monster Hunt's here. It's got a hotel. And there's more stuff. There's a few shops and all that. So it's not real big, but it's a quick stop. One shop, one hit wonder type thing.
You all came all the way out
It all
here to
works out.
deliver the goods. Well, thank you kindly. We'll take it out of the trunk, so you all just sit tight.
Hey, Umbra!
Bring me this stuff. Attaboy.
You'll see this dog a lot
Could
too.
really track a scent.
This dog is kind of like
How do you always know, boy?
the messenger
Sec.
for Noctis and Lady Lunafreya, which is the blonde girl you see sitting next to him as a child.
Nice flower.
And all they do, they write in
It's
that
the
book
same
that
kind
Noctis
we
is
sewed
holding.
our crowns from. Oh yeah.
Sometimes put a picture in there,
Sun
whatever.
blossoms.
They'll put it in the dog's pouch. The dog will go to the other one. So he's trained to do that. Umbra and Luna,
I
or
have a favor to
Sola, I
ask.
think its name is.
Take the notebook
Name for the sun
with
and
you
moon.
when you go. Sure. That's not all. I want you to put something in the book and send it back.
Let's go. Finally going to see after all these years. go.
All set.
Dog will be going on its
Take
way.
care out there.
I know.
We'll be having fun.
Not gonna tell me.
Then don't ask.
What was that about? You don't say.
Now, what's cool is I play a game on my phone.
Work's done.
It's called Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And what's cool about this
Hold
game
on a
is
sec, sir.
like a
I
basic
found an
Final
envelope addressed
Fantasy
to
game.
Meldacio inside the package.
Meldacio.
Oh man, that's a reflex.
Yes,
I
sir.
love it.
The headhunter ought to be around here somewhere. Mind making one more
But
delivery?
in the game, you play with
Might as
Final
well
Fantasy
while we're in the
characters, but it's
neighborhood.
actually Final Fantasy characters from all games. Literally 1 through 15, Tactics, Crystal Chronicles, Type 0, every Final Fantasy that they have out. Characters are
Look
in
who it
this.
is. I really owe you.
And what made me so excited is the first
Make that
additional character, because
seem to
throughout
catch a
the
break.
story part of it, you get characters. So you're always picking up characters through story. But there's lost
Wait,
chapters or
found another what?
additional characters you can obtain. And the first one they ever
Us hunters keep
released that
them
you can
on
obtain
person
was
at all
Squall
times
Leonhardt
as
from Final Fantasy VIII, which is my
What?
personal
In case you
favorite
forget who you
Final
are?
Fantasy game.
More like so no one
I
else
love Final
forgets who
Fantasy
they
VIII
were.
a lot. I
Hunters
do.
lead a life of danger.
It's one of the most complicated ones to play because it does something totally different called the junction
It's our job to
system,
deliver them to the
which you
family.
draw magic, you build up magic, and you can equip it to your characters to strengthen any attributes.
If y'all happen to find any tags lying around out there, do me a favor and send them.
Or make them strong,
Sure.
strong resistance to certain
Word is
elements,
somebody spotted a tag
or
around these parts.
elements
Try asking the local
to
tipster.
make them
He'll point you in
able
the
to
right
dish it out. So I enjoy it. I loved it. And when I got Squall Leonhardt, I'll tell you right now, I worked my
Those
butt
tags are heavy stuff.
off
They supplement.
getting him complete. I literally worked my butt off.
The emotional weight. We'd best find and return them.
And give the families
Well,
peace
see,
of mind.
Let's start by following up
I'll put
on
it
that
this way, I
tip.
got all of his weapons maxed out. I've got all of his abilities so far. I've got him maxed out in crystal strength, in level. He is like completely dominated
Crow's Nest.
everything. And what I like
You want
about it is they
something to eat?
use the character's
Happy to
own
tell you about the
moves
area.
in there. Like with Squall, they couldn't do much with him because all he knows, like his limit breaks, is Renzo Kukin, and then it'll be additional like Rough Defied, Blasting Stone, Faded Circle, and Lionheart.
Order whenever you're ready.
That's all it is, to be honest with you.
These are
Ooh,
some
more
pretty
hunts.
tough customers. Be careful.
I'll do the hunts later. Like, I'm probably not going to play this for long. Because if I leave now and go to Golden Key, it'll automatically start the next chapter. And I don't want to do that to you guys. I want you guys to experience this game.
Better make
I want
tracks.
you guys to have
Ignis,
fun,
keep going.
fun watching this game as much as I love playing it. I mean, this game literally, from the moment I bought it, it literally took me a few years to beat it. Because I played it, I kind of rushed through it, and I got to a point where I
you
couldn't
thinking
get
the
past
fairy
anything.
tale, Lady Lunafreya,
Like
back to the
everything
Crown
I
City?
fought
Nah,
was
I
killing
need
me
to rush
in like
happily
2-3
ever after.
hits.
Wow. Still can't
So I
believe
had
you're
to
actually tying
start
the knot,
over
dude.
and
How
focus
does it feel
and
now that
focus.
it's finally happening?
And
Fine, I
what
guess.
I like about this,
Come
and
on,
a
you
lot of
can't
people
fool
hate
me.
this,
Any guy would be over the moon to
but
marry
what I
her.
like about
No
it
big deal.
is there is
Yeah,
a moment
whatever.
where once you beat the game, everything you have, the level you're at, everything gets carried over, and you can do a new game
It came
plus.
from there.
You can pretty much pick up from where you began at the very beginning with all your levels, all your weapons, all your armor, everything. So you pretty much are one-hit kills. That way, if you didn't complete something or you screwed something up and you can't go back and redo it, this gives you the option to do it.
Maybe this way?
And I enjoy it. I've talked to a few people, they sat there and said they hated the new game plus feature because they felt like it just makes the game way too Which, in a way, I understand. It kind of does make the game a little too easy, but you've already done the challenging part, so why not take a break from it, you know? Like, I've played a fighting game that once you've beaten it, your characters, your fighters get stronger for each victory you have. And yeah, the fights were so easy, like I can do one combo and dominate. But
And
like,
on we go.
Yep.
I mean, they only do that so people can go back and finish, like completionists like me. I'm a huge completionist when it comes to Final Fantasy. I will literally spend hours doing everything I can to get everyone's final weapons, all limit breaks acquired, any special abilities, all the summons, all the magic, everything. Like, the only Final Fantasy I never was able to complete was Final Fantasy X. And it's because of the whole Blitzball thing. To get Wakka's final weapon and final overdrive, you had to win so many Blitzball matches, compete in so many tournaments, this and that. It's just, Blitzball had the hardest time playing.
Done good.
Plus,
Just
I think
picking up
it was
the
too
pieces,
much of
I
a
guess.
time consumer.
Well, try to keep your spirits up. Even though I ain't one to talk. I beat myself up over the
Which it was.
hours I couldn't
It was a
sleep.
huge time
That's what
consumer.
each one of these takes me.
Because literally each,
They hurt.
it's
But
like
if I
3
let them
rounds
keep me
per
from
game,
looking for
and
'em,
each
their
round
path
lasts about
and
5
their
minutes.
lives will be forgotten
So for 5
forever.
minutes you're swimming
Matter
around
hurt
trying to make
or
shots like a
nothing.
soccer game.
Yeah. Guess
Which
you're
I found, to me, I
That's
found
why
the
I tell
easiest
my
technique,
hunters
which
to
is
collect every tag they see.
swim a
I
few
expect you
like
boys to go out
feet,
and do the same.
stop, throw to the closest person, get everyone leveled up, because every time they catch or kick or pass or whatever, they get experience points. I don't know, experience points while you're playing a sports game. I don't get it. But that's just how it goes. Man. It is what it is. But since I knew there was so much to do in Final Fantasy, I will always complete a Final Fantasy game. I won't stop.
A treasure map, you reckon?
Wouldn't that be sweet?
I can't even
Always
count
searching for it.
how many
It's a hidden
hours
treasure
I've
map.
spent
So,
playing
yes.
Final Fantasy games and completing them. It's sad that, like, I just hung this up, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows that. Kingdom Hearts. Okay? I've waited a long time to play Kingdom Hearts 3. When it finally came out, I literally went, picked it up, played it that night. I think I literally played it 2 days straight, and I actually beat it. But I didn't focus on completing it.
Welcome.
Because I was just so eager to see how the story
Boys
ends,
must be
which,
hungry.
spoiler, it doesn't
Think
end. There's
you're
more to
up
the story.
task?
And they're doing like they did with
That's great.
Star Wars. Where they start at a certain point of the story and then continue to the next, and you know, this and flip-flop back and forth. That's how Kingdom Hearts is. You get several stories and
luck,
they're all
boys.
jumbled up. But you have to play them all, and then they want you to go back and replay them in chronological order. And no one knew what the chronological
See that over
order
there?
was.
What about it?
Literally, like, they did not know. But when they released the third one, Kingdom Hearts 3, then they go, hey, here you go. This is the right order. Have
to go.
fun.
Gladio! You coming or
So-
what?
Gotcha.
Illuminate!
You're
It is
such a
what it
nerd.
is. Now, in this part, there's some hunts you have to do only at night, which the monsters will appear at 22 at night. So right now, I'm a few hours in. I gotta get to this spot before that 20 hits. Oh, I got pretty much 1 hour left before the monsters arrive. But I'm hunting goblins, which are very common monsters. all Final Fantasies have them. I think the only ones that don't will be Final Fantasy VIII, because Final Fantasy VIII had like experimental looking monsters. Which I mean,
okay?
there's some that
Wanna take a break?
is in there that's an all.
Come on.
For example, the
Break time. Break time.
fabulous Marlboros. If you've played Final Fantasy, everyone knows what the Marlboros are. Tonberries are in it, cactuars, but like they had different type of monsters in it, so it's all different. But it's still fantastic that they keep with the original concept of what Final Fantasy is. Some will have different monsters, or you know, the villains or heroes will be different, but they all still have the same concept of creature monster designs. Like they got the famous Moogles and Chocobos in every single Final Fantasy. Here we go. Now the fun begins. God, look how strong my sword is.
The Prince of Pain.
The first time I fought these things without this sword, these guys were kicking our butts. Yeah, goblins will steal your items, so you gotta watch out for that too. If you don't kill them fast enough, they leave with your item. And I've had one literally steal high potions from me.
What can I say?
I'm like, I needed those. I need to heal.
Right.
I need to heal. But, I love Final Fantasy, guys. If you have not played it, you have to at least give it a shot. Give it an opportunity. Give it a chance. Play, I'd say, best one to start off with if you want a good story. Play the Final Fantasy IX first. Just cause it's like the whole like princess, fairy tale, knight, you know, type fantasy. Based in like a medieval Renaissance style type gameplay. Not much of a complicated story in that one. You know, so, I mean, I understood the story in it
about that time.
like a quarter of the way in. But you'll have probably the best black mage ever in that one, which is good old VV. I love VV. That little dude, he's only itty bitty looking, he only looks like a kid. And I think his age is like 9 years old. Or he's young, and his black magic skills are so powerful. You'll want to be his student. That's how good he is. Like, I don't want to spoil anything of it. If you have played it, you guys know exactly what scene I'm talking about. If you haven't played it, you will know what scene I'm talking about, because it comes up on you fast. But it shows how powerful this dude can be, and he can dominate. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
I can eat a horse.
No, go ahead and eat your horse there, buddy.
Welcome.
Enjoy that horse. Hopefully that horse tastes delicious.
Hey, you're alive.
But there you go. So we did a nighttime bounty hunt. And yeah, no demons came out, because I don't know why in this area demons don't come out that much. But the further along you go in this game, demons do come out more often. Like I said, demons are more of the stronger monsters. So it's like the goblins, bombs, iron sides, which are like giant suits of armor with big buster swords. Those are probably the toughest things you'll fight, but a lot of the more grotesque or dangerous monsters in all Final Fantasy games will be
These are some pretty tough customers.
So, and here we go. We got a daytime one, so I'm going to rest up my boys. Let them get some sleep. Let them experience points kick in. Hopefully I get some good levels out of this one.
There's more dangerous dangerous things prowling about these days.
Because I don't turn down a fight. I'm the type of person I will keep on fighting. Even if I'm low on health and low on items to heal myself, I will keep on fighting. So I don't stop.
Oh,
That-
customer.
I'm that person that in the beginning of every Final Fantasy game is I will level up that main character
crash right
so
here.
high, like to level 5 or level 10 before I continue on with the story. That's what I did with 10, and I drove my wife insane because I get the main character leveled up 5 times, and then when you get a party member 5 more times, and then when you get a new party member it's 5 more times. But I work on that dude, getting him up 5 times, and I actually had a system that worked, and everyone was so flippin' strong. By the time you get to the main antagonist boss fight, the third boss fight, that it was easy. God, one of my dogs just farted, and it stings. Who loves dog farts? Seriously, leave a like if you do. God, that's the worst smelling thing I ever smelled. Whew.
Perfect timing.
Poppy. I'm definitely saving his photo. I think that's the coolest looking dog ever. And, that's a cool pose. What do you think of my coffee then, man? Like my coffee? Good coffee? You like it? You enjoy my coffee? Oh, fantastic. Lovely, ain't it? Good coffee. Good coffee. Now, one thing I forgot to do in this video is I was going to show you guys fishing with Noctis. But what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and do this monster hunt. I'll probably go back to Hammerhead, get to the spot where I can do fishing, and then let you guys see how the fishing goes. Fishing's real easy, but it's also challenging because you literally have to watch your line. It will break if it gets too low on its own HP. But I'm going to stop it here for now, boys. I hope you guys like this game. Because like I said, I do. I love Final Fantasy. I've been a fan of it my whole life. And if you want to see more, if you want to, enjoy this adventure with me, leave a like, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Smash it. I want to see that thing screaming in pain. Hit the notification bell so they don't stop ringing. And I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.